Well, it wasn't the result that we were hoping for. Though we had opportunities in the first half, two different times to really, you know, take hold of the game, and you know, we allowed them to get back, especially at the end of the first half. I believe it was 41-29, not exactly sure, but then it's tied. So it's not how we've been kind of finishing halves this year. So not the best job there. I probably have some responsibility for that because I just didn't, you know, quite maybe manage possessions better with the lead and try and, you know, go a little bit longer with a possession and move the ball a little more. I thought we quick shot and allowed them to you know, to close the gap, which you know, which I thought hurt. And you know, it was just a matter of if you're not, you know, playing at your best offensively, you know, you got to you know, you got to make free throws down the stretch to keep it close. You can't give up, you know, the offensive rebounds that we gave up. I thought that was a major deal. And then, you know, we didn't close out a few possessions late in shot clocks, and they were able to get some points. But they did a nice job of tempo in the game and make it a real possession game. And you know, it was choppy again. We never really got into a great rhythm on offense.
Is it frustrating when the other team does that, especially to a racehorse team like you guys?
Yeah, well, we have to, you know, I think that we can execute. We're capable of moving the ball and getting it inside and in a half-court game, you know, executing and getting a good shot. And, you know, we're certainly good in spurts where we could spurt. That's been a strength of ours, obviously. But, yeah, we're just we're not in a great rhythm, and we haven't been, and we've been just kind of grinding it out, trying to find it. And, you know, it's possible that's a part of the season too. It just, you know, you go through some stretches where you're not quite in sync like you'd hope. But yeah, it was the offensive rebounds were a major issue for us.
You guys seem to figure out their zone in the first half. You guys were pretty patient. What changed in the second half?
You know, it's just I mean, it's hard to put my finger on. I just, like, something we talked about was, like, you know, our advantage in the paint, try and win the paint. You know, that was something that we talked about before the game. It was 38-16. You know, it was a big difference. You know, and we're searching for the balance that we need. You know, we gotta get some production, and you know, whether it's the guards getting to the rim and finishing, or, you know, throwing it inside to Melo and Daquan, and you know, or getting a putback. You know, we're just not getting enough production, you know, in the lane right now.
You played more zone. What was the thought process behind that?
I wanted to give them a breather, and you know, I just figured, you know, they struggled to make some shots against it, but then we didn't defensive rebound. They missed a couple of shots when we did go to the zone, and we just didn't finish the possession the way we needed to.
There was a long stretch in the second half where Remy Martin did not play. Was that just a matchup issue?
You know, so Remy's been terrific, and he's gonna be great, and he's gonna have a great career. And I just didn't feel like it was his night, you know, and that sometimes that happens. So it was more of a feel thing, and Remy's going to be a big part of what we do moving forward.
What was your message to your team just now?
Just that, you know, I love coaching you guys, but we gotta get things in gear here. We got to, you know, we got to practice well. We got to keep competing, and you know, we got to drag ourselves out of this, and because you know, we're 1-3, and then the numbers are what they are in the conference. So we got a work cut out for us, and we got to find ourselves again, because you know, I thought we were getting there in Utah, and then we had a couple of good practices, and you know, I thought we would, you know, have the type of offensive performance we're capable of, but we just you know, we didn't get it done.
Well, you guys have been so good offensively all season. Is it hard to kind of transition into that grind it out mentality when things have been so easy for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just different here. I think you know, people scout you. They know that, you know, if they run up and down with us, it's you know, that's maybe not the best idea after you have the film that you have. And you know, I just think we're built to win in different ways, that we don't have to be one-dimensional to play a fast break up and down, that we do have the inside game and the defense and the quickness in the backcourt to be a good half-court team and to be able to win games like this. And but we have to prove that, and we didn't do that tonight.
You kind of warned us a couple of weeks ago, and you touched on that. As you guys become more popular, that you guys are going to have the target on your back and be the hunted. Is that just part of the learning process of learning to play as a team that other teams are gunning for?
I mean, it's these first 4 games. I mean, to start Pac-12, everyone has hope again. No matter what you've done in the non-conference, no matter if you've had bad losses or whatever, everyone's 0-0. So, you start at Arizona, and you're undefeated, and the emotion in that game, and then you go play Colorado, who had dropped their first 2 and needed that game. And then you go to Utah, where they win their first 2 and then lose, so they don't want to lose again. And then you look at this team that has lost 2 in a row, and they're here. So, both teams, played, fairly desperate to win this game, I thought. And, so we just didn't execute, and, we didn't have enough guys playing well, to win the game.
When a team loses its rhythm like that, mojo that you guys had in the non-conference, can you coach them out of that, or is the only way to get that back by having success on the court during games?
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes it's as simple as like you have to practice harder. You gotta, we gotta compete harder, and we gotta execute better in practice, and we have to make each other better. I don't know if we're really completely making each other better on offense right now. We had some good examples, I thought, of some good ball movement in the first half, and not so much in the second half. So, and we just need more guys getting back to playing well. I need to look down at those numbers and see 5 or 6 guys in doubles, and we had 3 today. So it's just not enough production across the board, and we gotta get production off the bench. Guys coming in the game got to contribute. We only had 4 points on the bench, I think, today.
Coach,
8, I think 8 was.
sorry, that was the largest crowd in Tempe since 2010. How were you guys able to sort of feed off of that energy?
Yeah, I thought they were outstanding, and especially early in the game. And then we went through a period that we didn't give them quite enough of a reason to be what they were, early in the game. So we got to take advantage of that, and how enthusiastic people are to watch us play, and we got to make people want to come back, and that's why it's part of the disappointment. I think over time that in this conference that we'll get to where we need to get to. There's a lot of time left. We just got to get back to work and start playing a little better.
Romelo's kind of had a rough start to the conference season. Someone's been foul trouble, but just how concerned are you about where he is right now?
Yeah, everyone's got to help him. I got to do better at finding ways to get the ball in his hands in a good position. I think our perimeter guys in certain situations, I saw he might have had an angle to throw the ball. There were other times where we did try and throw it to him, we threw it out of bounds. So, we got to take advantage of trying to make him better. Some of it's on him, and I think there was a post move he made that he didn't get himself really deep enough for his jump hook, and he was a little impatient on that. But he's a freshman too, and it's a long year. He's had a very good year for us up to this point, and we just gotta try and get him back to playing where he was at points earlier in the season.
Cody mentioned McIntosh specifically. What was he doing on the glass that was giving you guys so much trouble?
He's big. He's physical. He's experienced. He knows how to play, and he used his physicality. He just crashed and got some putbacks, 13 rebounds. That was a big part of our problem. We couldn't get if we get those rebounds, then we have a chance to push, and we did get some good things when we did defensive rebound, but when we allowed him to do that, it didn't help our cause.
It was good.
The players of the seniors specifically have talked about the freedom you give them to put up the shots they want, but has it become more of them trying to force kind of tough shots against tough defenses lately, or is it just that they're in a shooting slump?
I wouldn't say that. I think that I haven't done as well as designing a scheme that will highlight what they could do or give us a better way to attack zone defense, matchup defenses. I thought we had a decent plan in Utah and not so much tonight, especially in the second half. I don't think that it's a problem with those guys and their shot selection. Thank you.